There's Mama. There's Mama.
Super nice. So this is a huge campground. We're gonna go all the way around to the right, across the bridge. So we're gonna pass the two bodies of water, and then it'll be easy to find. It's the only road. They have a farmer's market starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Right
I think
here?
she said right here. It's somewhere like right here.
No kidding.
And she was telling me some of the different things they have. They have, you know, greens and fruits and things like that. But she's like, there's one lady that makes this homemade bread. And she's like, homemade sourdough bread.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I've been meaning to get down there and I haven't done it. And I'm like, oh. So we're coming up here at
Yeah,
9
we're coming up here at 9 o'clock tomorrow before the sourdough bread runs out.
And then I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I won't be able to live without. So, guess what we're doing tomorrow?
Farmer's market.
That's pretty cool.
And they were good, no issues?
No, they were super easy.
KOA is always awesome.
This is a nice KOA.
What are you doing?
I mean, they're just all a little different. Some of them require a bunch of stuff. Some just like, you walk in and tell me your name and they're like, yep, you're good. This is the KOA Houston North at Lake Conroe. It's super cute.
And we got here to the KOA in Houston and we were setting up and we kind of smelled propane, so something that's kind of nice to keep is an extra bottle. So I just put a little bit of car wash liquid in here and some water, shook it up real good so it gets soapy. So I started tracing all these lines that come off my propane tank, regulators and things like that on both sides, as well as all the hoses underneath. And as I was standing here looking at it, kind of scratching my head, when I got to this side, I kept hearing, and if you put the camera right here, you may be able to hear it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. And then if you, let me hit it. So my hypothesis is, we had these tanks filled yesterday and it was like 28 degrees in Austin and it was really cold, and I think the guy overfilled it, and today it's gotten warmer. It's about 50 degrees here in Houston, 55, and the gas has expanded. These valves are made for 175 psi, so as it expands, if it gets over full, it'll purge some of that gas out rather than blowing the valve off or blowing up. So I'm not super worried about it. I'm gonna make some calls and ask some questions about what's going on here. But I've never seen my gas gauge go that full. Look how full that is. I've never seen my gas gauge go this full. Usually when we're full, the needle's right about in the middle, and we can go to the other side because I had it filled yesterday as well, and it's right in the middle. This one's maxed out. So I think they just overfilled this tank and it's purging the excess. Everything's kind of encased in metal here, and we got lots of open air. This is totally open under here. So we got lots of airflow coming in here. This isn't gonna get inside the camper, and we're not having any open flames or anything like that. So we're gonna use this tank today and do a little cooking and probably run the furnace a little bit. See if we can get some of this gas burn out of here and see if that remedies the problem. If not, we'll be taking this tank off and going to a licensed propane dealer to have it checked out professionally. Something you're gonna learn in the RV life is there's always something to learn in the RV life. I've had gas grills and RVs forever. I've never ran into this, but I showed you a second ago how that little rubber cap on the back side of this valve was spitting. Did a little online research and made a call back home to a guy I know that knows more than me, to be quite honest. Thanks, Shay. This is a pressure release valve. So what's happened is we are overfilled, and that's why it's popping off. Likely what happened is it was filled to the max yesterday in Austin when it was about 28 degrees. Today it's about 54 in Houston. We haven't opened this tank yet until today. Pressure expanded, so it's letting a little bit of gas off to keep from blowing the valve off. I'm told it's completely normal. Made a call to my friend back home, and he said, you know, shut it off, unhook your lines, let the pressure out, repressurize, you should be good to go. We actually just turned on our furnace and heated the trailer up and ran the gas on the stove for a little bit to bleed some of the pressure off, and now it doesn't appear to be doing it. No more propane smell.
And the line's
moved a little bit.
The line is down.
And I went ahead and grabbed my soap bottle. And no more bubbles. So we were just a little bit over pressured. All is well, nothing to panic about. So just know if you run into this and you smell propane, you might go ahead and check your valve first and see if anything's spitting off the back of it. A little bit of soapy water, and from there, start hitting connections. Like your connection where your propane valve kicks on. You want to hit it there. Hit it there. Your regulators. And you're just looking for bubbles. Most of these connections are pretty easy. I can see how they would rattle loose going down the road. So it'd be as simple as locating the leak, shutting off your tanks. In the event that you find that your tank leaking, go ahead and get the tank away from the trailer. But if you've got a loose fitting or something like that, shut your valve off. Make sure you don't have any open sources of ignition. Don't smoke a cigar or have a campfire built right beside it. Stop anything with an open flame. Check your connections. Once you isolate the leak, a lot of times these brass fittings just come a little bit loose. You can back them off, put some Teflon tape on there. You can buy propane rated Teflon tape at any hardware store. It's usually yellow instead of blue or white. It's supposed to be better for propane connections. 99% of the time you can just tighten something up and take care of it. But remember, you do have propane lines that run under your trailer that could be hit by road debris or anything like that. So I didn't get it on camera, but prior to getting to the tank, which is what I should have checked first, I got down and sprayed those lines from front to back on that just to make sure we're good. But problem solved, crisis averted. Well, there was no crisis, but hopefully this helps you out if you run into something like this in the future.
So I'm just trying to find a stimulating activity for the dogs. Hiding some treats inside of a muffin tin, under balls. It just lets them burn a little energy off. Which one of them needs? This one's on me. Turn my back for 2 seconds. This is my reward. So I guess maybe that's why they do it in aluminum muffin pans. Hey, did you do this? You did this, didn't you? Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's not sorry. Are you kidding? We don't have enough.
Those are just the tennis balls. That doesn't even include all the small balls. And all the ducks and rabbits and chickens and squirrels and...
Oops.
You going to water bowl?
Yeah.
Of course.
No, you can't have that. You're a jerk. We are leaving a rodeo in Humble, Texas, or Humble, Texas. Do you pronounce the H? Help me.
It's humble to me.
Humble? Humble. Humble, Texas. They did a really good job with it. That was a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, that was a good time. I always like a good rodeo. It's been a while.
That was fun. Good morning. As it can tend to happen, we had a curveball thrown at us. We received a call and we need to head to Arkansas quickly and spend some time with some family. So we are leaving, I think this is technically considered Conroe, Texas. It's near Houston, and headed to Arkansas. We're just gonna take our time and be safe and see when we can get there. But we got some stuff done last night. We wanted to make sure that we were fresh and felt good this morning before we hit the road. And trying to be real quiet for our neighbors. We got to get going. How's the outside looking?
Say we be real quiet. Don't we, Ripper? Say we be real quiet in the morning. Sometimes she needs a reminder.
She always needs a reminder to be quiet.
She's a good girl.
Always.
She's just a baby.
We have to have a pet talk, don't we?
Yeah, so we're going to be real quiet this morning. Nope, we're looking good outside. All I need to do is crank up the air compressor, which is kind of the last thing I'm waiting on. We're quiet hours ended at 7 a.m. and it's almost 8. I'm just trying to like hold that till the last minute just to be as courteous as we can. But once we top off the tires, put a little air in the bags, we're good to go.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm about finished up. I'm going to finish vacuuming and pull these slides in, and I'll be ready to go as well.
Might be the earliest we've ever left camp.
Wow, for a good reason. All right, let's hit it.